So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's so good to be back in Chery Pasig, and I am very excited to drive the new Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. And yes, first impressions, the exterior, I love the new design. You get a new black grille, underside, and lighting arrangement. The LED rails are really good. They just look really similar to a Hyundai Kona na Maxus D60. Also below the LED DRLs are your main headlamps. Also similar setup like with the Hyundai Kona. Yes, this still has fake vents on the side, and yes, two of my fingers still fit on a cladding to give it a wide body look. I don't mind it, actually, it's fine for me. The design in front, yes, you have a new face for the Tiggo 2 Pro, but the rear looks almost exactly the same. You still have the cute rear tail lights like before. This does not replace, by the way, the normal Tiggo 2. It's just being sold alongside it. This is the new top of the line version, I guess, because it's a Pro variant. Also, you have a black trim now on the emblem. That's actually a nice touch as well. Also, new rear underside as well. And yeah, that's about it on the exterior. Also has now, as I demoed earlier, the intelligent key system. It's also keyless entry. Actually, it kept turning on and off like when I go near the car. That's actually almost the same experience in the Tiggo 7 Pro. Watch my full reviews of all the Chery cars I reviewed here in Pasig. I'm not sure if I'll count this as season 2 already of the Tiggo series. Anyway, I'll just title it whatever I want when this review gets out. Also, ground clearance is actually the same as before. It's 186 millimeters. And also, the demo unit I'm driving is Tuscan beige. I love that color. I love the red, of course, but the Tuscan beige just hits a little bit of my sweet spot, hence I'm wearing the same thing. And also, there's a laser yellow that exactly looks like the Kona. And I forgot the official name of the white one. That exactly looks like the Maxus D60. There's a lot of similarities just with the design, but driving dynamics wise and cabin, materials, fit and finish are all different. All of these three cars are different. I'm not sure if I'll compare this with those cars. It's just only for the looks. But I will compare this to the normal Tiggo 2, which I have driven a long time ago. So I wonder now how this will compare. And immediately I noticed something. Yes, this is around 45 kilograms heavier than the normal Tiggo 2. But that additional weight, I want to see if it hampers performance as well. But I noticed immediately, the weight helps with the sound deadening. Listen to this. This door thud alone sounds already reassuring. From before, yes, the Tiggo, to be honest, sounds a bit too light. This one just, yeah, it sounds way better than before. So with that, it from the exterior, I'll start here in front of the interior. Like the Tiggo 7 Pro, since this is a Pro variant now, there's red outlines on the 2 and the Pro badge. Also, you get same set of wheels like in the normal Tiggo 2. So let's check out the interior. And yep, fit and finish has been improved from the Tiggo 2, but the normal Tiggo 2 is not bad itself. So shut the door. You have a big 9-inch infotainment system here. This is also new. You get Apple CarPlay only. There's no Android Auto, but you can access the Android system via the QD link like all Cherys. And then since I have the key menu, let's start it up. Okay, immediately, first impressions, I started the engine. It's not as shrubbery as the normal Tiggo 2. Yeah, it's a normal subcompact crosser. I don't mind it. But even though these are plastic and there's like a carbon fiber weave on the plastic trim, this part is still soft enough. There's leather with 3 stitchings here, and then you have window switches here. You have a cubby space and a bottle holder on either side, your speaker setup, and then here on the left side, nice air conditioning vent. There's a wrapped in gloss black. And then here you have adjustments for the brightness, for the digital cluster, and then adjustments for your side mirrors here. You have your electronic stability control button here, and then one blank button only here on the side. Oh, and there's one card slot here. And then, yep, that's about it. And then here in the steering wheel, little to no squidge at all, but it's greasy and hard. Yeah, but it's fine though. It's actually a flat bottom steering wheel. Okay, that's a bit surprising. You have a little silver trim here. You have your cruise control settings here. A lot of blanks. Well, 3-ish. Controls for your infotainment system, for your phone controls. And then here's your digital cluster. This is actually a new setup. It's no longer like the BMW-ish design like in the Tiggo 2. Then here in your infotainment system, yep, there's more gloss black here now. And then yeah, not much buttons around it, but you can control it here with this swivel wheel. And then there's your settings button, one blank button here. Yeah, there's not much buttons here, so it's alright. And then what can you do here? Okay, not much to do, but look at that. That's still crisp, so that's not too bad at all. And then there's your QD link, Apple CarPlay, as I said. Yeah, not much to play around here, but it's fine. I don't mind. This is really crisp. I think a bit better than the normal Tiggo 2. Then below the infotainment system, you have your hazard button here. Physical buttons for the climate control. Just 2 blanks here, right and left side. And then here below, there is a cubby space. Too wide for my phone, but if you just leave it like that, that's fine actually. Okay. Don't put it on landscape. Leave it in portrait mode. You can actually fit 2 if you want. And then more stuff there. Oh, you can charge your. Then more stuff there. You have one USB port and then one 12-volt socket. And then here beside the infotainment, you have your start stop button. I like it. It's in chrome now. Wait, going back to the digital display before I forget. Here are your adjustments. On the left side, yep, there's a lot of info. But I will leave in a fuel consumption meter later during the drive. Then going back on top of the dashboard. Yeah, there's a lot of plastic, no doubt. And there's a carbon fiber weave style plastic here. It's fine, I don't mind it at all. And then glove box is tall but narrow. And then some things I missed in the door. There's a silver trim here. And before I forget, you have your lights above here. And then, yep, that's it. And then visors. You have a mirror here. Hello. Nope, but it's fine. But a nice quality though with the headliner. Soft enough. And then here in the center console, you have your usual gear lever. Cannot wait to try manual mode on how this CVT will perform. And then you have 2 cup holders here. Your manual handbrake, and then center glove box. There's a central armrest. Thank God for a subcompact crossover. I'm not sure if that normal Tiggo 2 had. And then open it up. Yeah, it's alright. Decent amount. Just weird protrusion here only. But it's alright. So with that I'll show you the back. So here in the back of the Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. Same setup with the door. A lot of plastic, but there's still the leather part here. And somewhat same amount of cubby space and bottle holder for each side of the door. I have not adjusted this seat yet, by the way. So let's shut the door. Okay. Feet room, excellent. Knee room, also excellent. And then headroom. I'm 5'4", by the way. Okay, a lot of headroom. So this is actually spacious, even though this is subcompact crossover. And I will be here for a short while only. There's not much toys here, literally. There's no lights here, no nothing. You only have grab bundles here on the ceiling. And there's not even seat pockets. And no central armrest as well. But it's fine. But at least the mix of leather and fabric with the seats is very soft. I'm very comfortable here. And then not even much here in the center. You have 2 weird cubby spaces only. That's how much it is. Half of my hand for the one below, and then for my fingers for the top one. Transmission tunnel, that tall. So if I sit here in the middle, okay, it's not too wide. And headroom here now in the back. Okay, still enough. Actually, it's a bit more comfortable sitting here in the middle, even though it's a bit more elevated. So just headroom, just a little bit eaten up only. I'll show you the boot. So this is the boot space of the Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. Still the same with the Tiggo 2. It's 420 liters. But I think it's a bit deeper now. Like, that's a massive load dip. Look. That's my bag for comparison. Look, there's still a lot more. I think this is just as deep or a little bit deeper than the normal Tiggo 2. Of course, you can double the capacity when you fold the seats down. And then not much toys here in the back. You only have one light here. And two tethering points on either side. And then underneath, you have your space saver donut type tire. And now I'll show you the engine. So this is the engine of the Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. It's the same in the normal Chery Tiggo 2. It's a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Now operated a bit with 108 horsepower and 114 Newton meters of torque. That's 2 horsepower more and 5 Newton meters more. So at least they operated the power and torque a bit more since they added what, 45 kilograms to this. So I'm wondering how this will fare now, and since this has the new 9-speed simulated CVT gearbox. Last time I forgot to show the engine of the Tiggo 2, just to remembered. So with that, let's go for a drive. Alright, decent. It's alright. So driving the all-new 2022 Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. Okay, first impressions, yes, it still has that firm suspension like in the normal Tiggo 2. And acceleration, yeah, the engine can get loud, but I would say the NVH massively improved. That's why it's 45 kilograms heavier, as I said in the showroom. Yeah, even though it's a bit heavier, at least there's a bit more power and torque. It does make up for it when you're driving at higher speeds. Even when I drove this earlier on the highway, it's still composed. It's actually very stable as well. Around that rough patches, yeah, you can feel it's a bit jittery only, but it's still no means an uncomfortable car. It's still actually kind of fun to drive. Like here in the twisties, there's not much body lean. And then going over road imperfections, it's still alright. Yeah, I'm surprised this is almost the same as the Tiggo 2. Like there's not much body lean at all. It kind of gives it a sporty character. Actually, this would be fun to drive in the twisties. And surprisingly, the CVT is not that hesitant. Yes, it can get hesitant sometimes, like in reverse mode. That's something I noticed. But at higher speeds, yeah, it's not that hesitant. I'm gonna try it now. There, picks up like a second or two afterwards, but it's not too bad. And then the unofficial sport mode, like in the Chery Tiggo 5X luxury, the sport mode is the manual mode. And I'm surprised this manual for the simulation of the CVT, it's responsive enough as well. There, shifts quite well, and you can feel a bit of the engine braking as well, despite being simulated. Try faster paces now, manual mode. There, you can hear it shifting. This is a 9-speed simulated CVT, by the way. And yes, this will help a lot in the highway if you don't want to hear the CVT drone. Yes, it is quite loud, the engine, I will admit that. But at lower speeds, like around 50, 60 kph, it's perfect. My thoughts are the same with the normal Tiggo 2 with this Pro. This is a perfect city car. Like, it's so easy to drive, visibility is excellent, and it's fuel efficient enough as well. Yeah, even though I'm just doing 13.3 liters per 100 kilometers. I forgot, I think that's almost 7 kilometers per liter. Just put it on screen, don't know exact figure. Yeah, remember my driving conditions here at Landers, again, heavy footed, and it was traffic for once in February. There's a bit more body when you're driving at higher speeds, but at low speeds like this on the backside of Landers, yes, there's not much body lean. There, the firm suspension, you can see actually it's moving around a bit. This car is not the fastest thing in the world, nor it is slow, but its performance is decent enough. Yeah, you get to 100 kilometers per hour eventually, but it's still no means a bad car to drive. Actually, it performs just decently as well. Yeah, this is kinda light as well, even though it's a bit heavier than the Tiggo 2. Yeah, I'm still impressed with the driving dynamics of this, even though if it's a CVT. But I am very happy the NVH massively improved. And yes, despite being a CVT and naturally aspirated engine, there's still good low-end torque with this Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. I think just a bit better than the normal Tiggo 2 itself. Although the Tiggo 2 is a bit louder than this Pro. Yeah, that I admit that Tiggo 2 needed a bit more improved NVH and sound deadening. This one, yeah, takes the cake with all of them. And yes, this is the second Pro that arrived here in the Philippines by Chery after that Tiggo 7 Pro. So I am hoping there will be other models of the Pro series that will arrive here in the Philippines. So that's all I have to say with this car. It's a simple subcompact crossover. Again, it's perfect for the city. So I would like to thank again Chery Pasig, Miss Ruby, Miss Jane, and Sir Chris for allowing me to review the all-new Chery Tiggo 2 Pro. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews. Maybe with more cherries. Bye-bye!